before roads ever cut across the far north. Before humans understood how a wolf could endure a winter below freezing, or how a massive bear could store enough energy to survive months of scarcity. There was already a world where winter controlled the rhythm of life. Who would find enough food? Who would protect the next generation? And who would be forced to leave before the cold closed every remaining chance? From the snow-covered mountains of Alaska to the vast wilderness stretching across northern Canada, brown bears, gray wolves, golden eagles, caribou, and salmon exist within a complex ecological network. Here, strength has never been everything. A predator may win a confrontation and still lose its battle against hunger. A smaller animal may survive simply because it knows when to fight and when to flee. And in the next few minutes, we will see what happens when these survival strategies collide in one of the harshest environments in North America. Welcome to Wild Alaska. If you enjoy nature documentaries, please give us a like, subscribe to the channel, and let us know which country you are watching from. We wish all of you good health, peace, and a lasting love for the natural world. Our journey begins now. Emerging against the white landscape is one of the most powerful land mammals in North America. The brown bear, Ursus arctos. In Alaska, many large brown bear populations are commonly referred to as grizzly bears or coastal brown bears, depending on where they live. Adults can weigh several hundred kilograms, while exceptionally large individuals in salmon-rich coastal regions can become much heavier. Their massive bodies, powerful shoulder muscles, and long claws allow them to dig, forage, and dominate important food sources. But on the snow, another predator possesses a very different advantage. The gray wolf, Canis lupus. Far lighter than a bear, wolves have long legs, exceptional endurance, and above all, the ability to cooperate as a pack. The coat of northern wolves can range from gray and brown to nearly pure white, allowing them to blend into winter landscapes. Above them all is a hunter of the sky, the golden eagle, Aquila chrysaetos. Its wingspan can exceed 2 meters. Its eyes are adapted to detect movement from great distances, while powerful talons allow it to capture smaller prey. But the strength of any species only matters when placed in the right environment. And in the far north, the environment itself may be the greatest opponent of all. Alaska and northern Canada form one of the largest remaining wilderness regions in North America. Here, high mountains, tundra, boreal forests, glacial valleys, and thousands of rivers connect the interior to the Pacific and Arctic Oceans. Brown bears are widely distributed across Alaska and many parts of western and northern Canada. Gray wolves occupy an even broader range of habitats, from boreal forest to tundra near the Arctic. And caribou, Rangifer tarandus, may travel hundreds or even thousands of kilometers between calving grounds and seasonal feeding areas. But another migration quietly transforms the entire ecosystem: the migration of salmon. Several species belonging to the genus Oncorhynchus leave the ocean and return to the rivers where they were born in order to reproduce. And when thousands of fish enter shallow freshwater at the same time, an enormous pulse of marine energy is carried deep inland. That is, when otherwise quiet riverbanks become gathering places for bears, birds of prey, scavengers, and countless other animals. But when food becomes concentrated, competition becomes concentrated as well. And sometimes, even a single salmon can reduce the safe distance between two powerful predators to almost nothing. Beneath the cold water, the salmon arrive. For brown bears, they can become one of the richest sources of energy available during the year. Bears may stand in shallow water, track the movement of fish, then use their jaws and forelimbs to capture them. A salmon is more than a meal. Its fat and protein can help a bear build the reserves needed before winter. In the scenes before us, 2 bear cubs appear along the riverbank with a fish. Then, from the distance, white shapes begin to approach. Wolves. In the wild, wolves are opportunistic predators. They may hunt moose, caribou, and other ungulates. but they will also take advantage of carcasses or easily accessible food. However, even a wolf pack must be cautious when confronting a fully grown bear. For that reason, the most extreme encirclement and pursuit sequences shown here should be understood as cinematic simulation, not as typical wildlife behavior. Elsewhere on the slopes, caribou rely on speed and efficient movement across open terrain to create distance from danger. The bear is stronger. The wolf is more enduring. The caribou is better built for sustained movement across the landscape. No strategy is perfect, because in nature, the question is not simply who is strongest, but which advantage matters most in that particular moment. The brown bear possesses extraordinary power, but a large body also requires enormous amounts of energy, and every prolonged chase comes at a cost. On steep slopes, slippery rock, or deep snow, repeated bursts of speed are rarely efficient over long distances. The gray wolf is different. Its lighter frame and locomotor system are well suited to endurance over long distances. But a lone wolf loses one of the greatest advantages of its species: the coordination of the pack. Caribou have long legs and hooves adapted for snow-covered terrain, yet winter reduces the quality and availability of food, forcing them to keep moving in search of better conditions. Even the golden eagle, seemingly free from the limitations of the ground, depends on weather, air currents, and the size of prey it is physically capable of subduing. This is one of the fundamental rules of the wild. Every advantage comes with a cost, and a behavior that may appear simple, stopping, retreating, or abandoning a pursuit, can sometimes be the very decision that keeps an animal alive for one more day. Predation is not a continuous chain of victories. Most of an animal's life is spent conserving energy, finding food, avoiding injury, and protecting the next generation. And it is often within those quieter moments that the real purpose of survival is revealed. When the chase ends, the mountains remain. The river continues to flow, and each species returns to its place within the system. Wolves can influence the numbers and behavior of herbivore populations. Bears feed on salmon and transport part of that marine-derived nutrition onto land through leftovers and waste. Those nutrients can enter the soil, plants, and eventually spread through the wider food web. Eagles and many scavengers take advantage of the resources that the landscape provides. Caribou connect distant regions of the tundra through their migrations, and salmon connect the ocean with rivers far inside the continent. No species exists entirely on its own. That is something dramatic hunting scenes can sometimes make us forget. Nature is not only a struggle between predator and prey. It is also bear cubs following their mother, a wolf pack crossing a valley in winter, an eagle gliding above mountains untouched by human footprints, and salmon returning to the place where their own journey once began. In the wild, life does not overcome winter through strength alone. It survives through adaptation, balance, and connections shaped across thousands of generations. And as the mountains of Alaska slowly fade into silence, life here continues. Without an audience, without applause. It only needs us to leave enough space for nature to continue telling its own story.